tip your hat.
Howdy, partner. Hey, and welcome back to Talk of Better Worlds. I'm SirFelixTheCat. With me is Hawk, as always. And yeah, we're on podcast number, 41? Yep, we're getting there. And
I don't know.
yeah, we're getting somewhere. Who knows? But so yeah, what have you been playing?
I'm still on Star Trek Online, surprisingly. Let me see. I have at this point I have 314.8 hours in Star Trek Online.
Nice.
I'm about halfway through the missions, like the storylines with my Federation character, but I brought a Klingon character up to level 56, I think, and then started a Romulan character who is now at level 11. And my Federation character is 65 and grinding the hell out of everything. Whoa. What was that?
I have no clue. Somebody dropped something.
But yeah, still playing Star Trek Online somehow. But what about you?
I've been, well, hey, what's up, Carlitos?
Yo.
And I was playing, what is that called? Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. That game was surprisingly better than I thought it would be. I didn't think too much of it going into it, but it's for me it's up there with Ocarina of Time and A Link to the Past. Like, it's
that good.
Yeah, it's a solid game. There's a lot of people who didn't like it, and I was reading through a bunch of reviews after I rolled credits on it today, and yeah, there's people who just don't understand the game or didn't play it whatsoever. Like, people saying like, oh yeah, you can't ever do any attacks as Zelda herself. And it's like, yeah, you get that like pretty much right away. But you know, it was a female character, so it was bound to get hated on. You don't get to play as Link. Yeah. You don't get to play as the twink. You have to play as a femoid. So, you know, it's going to get hated on.
So it's a woke out of 10, shit tier, can't play, go on the ban list.
Yep. Complete trash. But now I'm going to be playing Triangle Strategy, which is something I meant to beat like a long time ago. And our chat is filling up. We have Pinky. How's it going? And we have Gwen. Welcome.
Yeah, Pinky, I played a little, like I played like 5 minutes of the new AC game. I have a pretty good computer, but I also have a like true 4K monitor. And I'm unwilling to budge and go lower than medium on settings. And I could only get about 40 FPS out of it. So I'm not going to play it until I get a new PC. So it looks good. Everybody got real damn quiet since it dropped. All the people saying it was going to be terrible and this and that. So
yeah,
but
Yep. All right, let's get into some news.
Time for the news.
News time. Time for the news. All right. So first up, going to start with some music news. So Travis Barker decided to do an interview, and he is working on a new album with another band. Do you want to take a guess at who it is?
Oh shit, I mean, it could be anybody. Travis Barker is like the guy. I mean, like if you're in music, you could get this dude to do anything with you. So I have
Think
no
of
idea.
the early, early-ish 2000s. I guess it is early 2000s. They were big in like 2001.
Fellow pop punk, is it Green Day?
No, it is better.
That's not too hard. I'm gonna get destroyed for that, but shit, I don't know what other like from the early 2000s.
Yep. I mean, there's only one.
Linkin Park?
No.
Well, they're not really punk.
It is, where'd it go? Yellow Card.
Oh, Yellow. Oh, why didn't I think of Yellow Card? Okay. Well, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm very excited about that. So he's doing the drums on that one, which is going to be quite dope. Because I know that band struggled and Ryan Key had some issues. Like there were some confrontations in the middle of it. But he got back into it in the past like couple of years. They started doing shows again and everything.
Okay. Does his last I saw, I never saw them live, but like I saw videos of them live, and the last I saw was fairly recent. I think it was within the last like 5 to 8 years. And the singer's voice sounded pretty shot. Like, is he okay? Does he still sound that way? Is it just...
No, he sounds good.
Okay. Maybe it was just a bad day. It could have been a bad day.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, so we're going to be looking at that. They've been working on it since April of last year.
Shit. Wow.
Yep.
Okay. I'm excited to see what they do. I mean, Travis Barker has a distinct style. And I love his shit, but I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what he does with a band like Yellowcard, because they're a little slower than Blink and a lot of the other stuff that he's been doing lately. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes.
Yeah. Yeah, probably going to end up coming out a lot faster.
Yeah, either they're going to speed up or he's going to slow down. Either way, it'll be interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, which I found out he's not the only hardest working person in music, because he's involved with everybody. I mean, he showed off his new studio setup recently. And it's because he works with so many people. He works just nonstop. But the other biggest, hardest working person is will.i.am.
Yeah.
He came out and basically said a work-life ratio is for those who are living someone or who are trying to serve someone else's dream.
I mean, there's an argument against that, but it comes down to Travis Barker, as far as I understand, the way he why he works as hard as he does is because he's basically trying to run from shit. I mean, he's all but said that effectively. That's his way of escaping, is by just burying himself in music and work. So if you need to do that, then you could work really hard and that's your thing. But I don't know, there's something to be said for a work-life balance for most people.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, Carlitos is shooting some shots here. Shots fired. He's a bad drummer.
He is great when he's high. I
mean, I think he's good. I think he is seen as better because he was the first to do what he does. He came up with his own sound, and because he came up with his own sound, he's given more credit than raw skill. He's very fast and he's original, and that's why he's good. But you look at that guy on YouTube who I sent you before, who's the bearded guy. I think he's a Norse or Italian or something. He's the best drummer I've ever seen in my life, dude. And I play drums. I played drums for a long time. That dude is way better than Travis Barker. But I mean, I don't know. I don't think Travis Barker is definitely better than average. He's very good. He's one of the best.
Yeah. Well, then, and the dude, I don't know, is it still the same guy with what's that band? I can't think of their name right now. They did December.
Oh, Neck Deep.
Yeah, Neck Deep.
Dude, that drummer is crazy.
Is it still the same guy, or did he leave? Because I know they had some issues when one of the guys kind of had to leave the band because of some bad behavior.
I don't know. I have, since they blew up, I listened to them to hell and back. They came out with 2 albums after that big one that really got them in the spotlight, and then I stopped listening to them. So I have no idea if he's even with them still.
Yeah. All right. So next one is Nathan Fillion's Green Lantern is a jerk in James Gunn's upcoming Superman. You don't have to be good. He is going to be playing a dope character. He's going to be Guy Gardner, who is a serious douche. They have a picture of him? No, of course they're not going to show a picture of him.
He's got a bowl cut.
Yeah, bowl cut, and he has I think extra prosthetics on his chin. But yeah, it's going to be fantastic. I can't wait for that one, because that's the one that Batman knocks out.
Okay. Yeah, isn't he a good guy? He's a Green Lantern, so he's kind of inherently a good guy, but he's just an asshole. That's his whole thing. Okay. Yep. Yeah, Carlito says, or asks if the movie's going to flop, and they were saying it's a comedy. I have no idea. This is more Sir Felix's wheelhouse. I mean,
it's James Gunn, so it's inherently going to have some comedy in it. He just can't seem to step away from that, which is why people get that idea that he just does parodies of superheroes. But I mean, it's I don't know if it's going to do well. People seem to be really pulling out of the whole superhero thing.
Yeah.
I mean, Captain America's newest film did all right, but still it's not blowing the world away.
I think this one's gonna do all right. I don't think it's gonna be like it's not gonna break The Office, but
Yeah.
I think it'll make money. That's for sure. I mean, it's Superman, and Superman stans are crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'll watch the first one of every Superman series they start doing, but I don't know how it's going to be. I mean, it took me years to watch Batman versus Superman.
Yeah, well, I think
I watched Man of Steel right away.
They're going closer aesthetically to the comics with this one, like in terms of visuals and just general style and presentation, which means it looks weird. It looks funny, kind of. It's got like that almost like a retro futuristic kind of look to it. It's dorky. It looks dorky, but that's what a lot of like the more comic first oriented fans want. So I think it might do well with the comic, like hard comic fans, but not as well with the more like I got on with Marvel type fans, you know, like the MCU type fans.
Yeah. And Carlitos, yeah. So the freaking Snyder people are going to be unbearable online again. Oh, so I was reading this Reddit post, and it blew me away. Person was saying that he believes the reason Rebel Moon got bad reviews was because of James Gunn and WB bashing on it. And it's like, really? I mean, I like the movie. I'm not going to say it's like a 10 out of 10. It's watchable, and I enjoy like what they were trying to go for. But it's not a like award-winning movie at all.
No, dude, the writing, like the visual presentation of Rebel Moon is fucking awesome. It's awesome.
The characters were decent, even though they didn't get to go into them enough. Like for base level, they were decent, interesting enough to keep you attracted.
But what's his face? Who's the director of it again? What's his name?
Snyder.
Yeah, Snyder, dude. He should not be allowed to write ever. The writing of those movies was god awful, and I think
be a pitch man, and then the director.
Like he's good at directing, he's good at like being the pitch guy. You know what I mean? Even though he just jacked a bunch of shit, at least aesthetically, from Warhammer, like a little too close for comfort, in my opinion. But like you could be inspired by it, but there was some stuff that was like, but like it would have been better if it had way better writers behind it, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yep. All right. On to video game news. So, the people who made, Savage Planet, Journey to a Savage Planet, they were a Stadia-owned company. Like a Stadia-owned studio. And they got shut down because they were under the leadership of just a great guy who came from Xbox and was one of the people who started the downfall of Xbox. But they put up a billboard. Has a Harrison fired you lately? You might be eligible for emotional support. They did this outside of the Game Developers Conference.
Oh man.
Yep.
Oh, that's good.
Phil Harrison, who Google brought in because he's going to be so great because he was a leader of Xbox, and he was there for Xbox One. Like he was there for the end of 360, but he was the Xbox One guy. He's the reason Xbox is where it's at now. Like him and then Phil Spencer. Those Phils just aren't working out for them.
Yeah, Xbox One was the death of Xbox. So like you want that guy on board, you know?
Yep.
Oh man.
Yep. Yeah, good. I just thought that was hilarious. I can't wait for Revenge of the Savage Planet. That's going to be a great game.
Didn't you play Journey to a Savage Planet?
Yeah, I never beat it because I got stuck and I just have no clue what to do, but I still enjoy what I do in that. Because I'll go back and play it and just start it back over and be like, well, I know about an hour of this game, so I'll do that.
Yeah, I never played it, but it looks fun. I just got to be in a mood for something like that.
Yeah. It's funny. And then, I'm not a gamer, says God of War Amazon series new showrunner.
Oh, boy.
I wouldn't get upset, though. So, where is his name? Ron Moore. He is the new showrunner for this series. And yeah, saying like I'm not a gamer is bad. But he does have a good history of making great work.
Wait, is it Ron D. Moore?
Yeah, the guy who worked on Star Trek. He worked on Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Battlestar Galactica,
Yeah,
something called Outlander, and then For All Mankind.
Yes. When it said Ron Moore, I'm used to seeing him as Ronald D. Moore. That's because that's his full name. So with him on it, faith restored, dude. He is the one half of the writing team that was responsible for fucking everything good in Star Trek.
Yeah, I mean he's a major nerd. I have complete faith that he's going to do well with this.
Yeah. There he is. Yeah, the dude with the long hair and the glasses with Katie Sackhoff. I love her. Shout out to Battlestar Galactica. The remake of Battlestar Galactica from the early 2000s was some of the best TV ever.
Yep, Bears beats Battlestar Galactica.
Dude, never have I watched another show and had depression amp up because of the show. Watching Battlestar Galactica is honestly anxiety inducing. It makes you feel like shit in a good way. I love it.
Yeah. And then more news, especially for you. Shadow of Mordor's Nemesis system was only created because WB Games wanted something to combat Batman Arkham Asylum's secondhand sales. That was the only reason they made one of the coolest systems ever in a game that has never been in anything else.
Well, that's dope. 1, 2. This is a good example of competition breeding better shit. But
I mean, they're competing with themselves.
Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't know. Here's the thing, though. So, Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War, everybody knows about them. Not enough people talk about them, in my opinion, because those two games kind of revitalized the Lord of the Rings IP in a way. Yeah. Nobody was talking about Lord of the Rings before those games came out, because you had the movies back in the day, and then you had the Hobbit movies, which just sucked. And people just kind of fell off with Lord of the Rings, and these games got Lord of the Rings back into the mainstream again. And the second game had a lot of, speaking of the episode today, had a lot of controversy with its release, but then they fixed it later, and it became one of the most loved games that Warner Brothers has ever made. I think it's just it was one of their true major successes. But it is kind of funny that they did it to beat themselves.
Yeah, they wanted to create a single player game that is so compelling that people will keep their discs in their library forever. So it was mainly just for physical sales.
Yeah. I mean, that's crazy. But wouldn't it be dope, dude? Imagine a new Batman Arkham game with the Nemesis system. Imagine.
Yeah. It would be good.
That's a day one buy, dude. And I don't even like superhero games for the most part, but the Batman games were awesome.
Yeah, especially Batman, a character that has so many villains in it.
Well, yeah, but you could have like commanders of the henchmen be the Nemesis people. So it's the main villains, you can't change them. You can't have different Jokers. And I mean, you could, I guess.
Well, yeah, I mean, but even some of the what should be no-name guys are named guys.
Yeah. I mean, and you could have lieutenants that are the Nemesis people. You know what I mean? And they they interact with you, and they respond to what you do, and they grow and evolve. God, dude, the fact that they locked this system up pisses me off, man.
If they ever do a Batman Beyond game, that's the one I want to see it in.
That'd be cool. The Nemesis system should be in any game where you fight people. That's just period.
Yeah. Yep.
Warner Bros.
And now on to politics.
The good news.
Yes, this is a fun story today. So Trump's national security advisor added journalists to text chat on highly sensitive Yemen strike plans. Or Yemen, not Yemen.
What?
Yeah, so both of these douches were in it, and they accidentally added in a journalist and were basically talking about their plans to do the strike and laughing about the fact that bombs are going to be dropped and people were going to die.
Bro. Okay.
Yeah, to the point where people are saying these two need to resign now.
Oh, that's a huge security breach. That's not believe it or not nearly as bad as it can go, but that's still a massive security breach. And Like Carlito said that they're communicating in emojis. Like, this is where we're at, dude.
Yeah.
We have just total inept dipshits at the helm of this country, which, I mean, let's be real. They've kind of all been pretty stupid, but like they're exceptionally stupid now at the helm of the country. And you got shit like this happening where they're just dropping national security like shit. You know what I mean? And laughing about bombing the shit out of people in the Middle East, which we know they were doing behind the scenes anyway. If you didn't think that, you're not paying attention. These people are sick in the head. But like now it's just open. Was he drunk? Pinky asked if he was drunk. He said
he wasn't going to touch any liquor while he was in his position, but we all know that's a lie.
That's bullshit. Wow, dude. Imagine if this was something bigger, dude.
Yep.
Like, but even then, laughing about bombing people, like, again, we all knew it was happening, but now it's out in the open. And it's like, of all the people, dude, you're going to put a journalist in this text chat?
Yeah, and it's a non-government encrypted chat.
So it's just like,
highly classified information, not on a government platform that's, secure.
Like this, it's an SMS text message like you and I text each other.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, Christ, dude. Oh, man. What?
It's the world we live in.
Do you remember when we were...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, here we go.
What? New cope? Oh, boy.
Yeah. Oh, my thing just flipped. There we go. Yeah, they want to test journalists. That's what they're trying to say. It was a test, see if they're going to be loyal to us.
That's damage control, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
That's damage control.
Yep.
But do you remember a time when we were younger? Maybe you never felt this way, but like when I was like, I don't know, 15, 16, 18, even 19, 20, like I was a big conspiracy theorist, like a stupid conspiracy theorist. I mean, there are still real conspiracies, but I was like, I grew up in like a pretty right-wing environment and everything. And I was into I listened to Alex Jones, but I didn't believe him. It was just fun to listen to him. So I was pumped with a bunch of right-wing shit when I was younger. And there was a time when I thought that the government was actually like really competent. Do you remember that? Did you ever felt that way?
I mean, I kind of did underneath Clinton a little bit. It wasn't the most competent, but it did seem at least more professional, 100%. Under Bush, though, no. That dude was a joke.
Yeah, not really. So under Bush, it was like, even back then, I was like, okay, Bush is not the guy running the show. Like, it's Dick Cheney.
Yep.
Like, it's 100% Dick Cheney. And he seemed competent. Like, he's a snake. You know what I mean? That dude has killer eyes. Like, he's the dude behind the scenes running shit. But, I mean, he's evil, but, like, it felt like he knew what he was doing. Now we're at the point where the people who are running the show just don't even seem like they know what the hell they're doing.
Yeah, 100%. This administration has no clue. Biden's administration, it was better, but not, like, extremely better.
Yeah, no. It's just, they just seem like if you put like 10-year-olds in charge of a government, that's how these people are acting. It's wild to me. It's just wild. And this is, I mean, they're all corpos, so I guess this is what happens when corporations just sneak their way into your government. I don't know. It's easy to reminisce on a time when you thought that the government actually knew what the hell it was doing, I guess, even if it was still evil.
Yeah, I mean, hell, underneath Trump's first term, that administration was more competent than this one.
Barely, but yeah, it was. It actually did seem more competent. Yeah. Well, that's because he was still playing by the rules. Like,
yeah, he had people in there like Pence, who is terrible, but he was professional at least.
Yeah. Yeah. And
then we have this clown.
Yeah.
This absolute clown. Joke of a person.
Knob slobber. Fucking, no, like, in Trump's first term, he at least was still playing the game, you know? Now it's just like all hands, like all bets are off. But what is Carlito saying here concerning conspiracy? I don't know if you guys know at ContraPoints, but they released only like a video a year now. She released her 2-hour vid for the year today called Conspiracy. Who's ContraPoints? Isn't that trans
sounds familiar.
chick? Is that the trans chick? She's like the right wing. All right, no, she's a lib, I think. Yeah, left wing YouTuber. I've seen ContraPoints before. I have to watch that video though. I haven't. Yeah, trans lefty. Because who's that right wing trans chick that I'm thinking of that like they toad out every once in a while? Shit, I forget her name.
No clue.
They have a token trans chick. She debates with Blair White. That's it. I think Blair White is the one I'm thinking about. Yeah. No, I have to watch that ContraPoints video. I watch her occasionally.
Well, since we're talking about trans, let's go to the next story. Minnesota's anti-trans state senator who touted Trump derangement syndrome arrested for soliciting a minor.
Another right-wing pedophile.
Yeah, because, it's always, the LGBTQ crowd that is trying to, indoctrinate our children and molest them and all this stuff. It's never people like him.
No.
Until it is.
Look at him.
So this idiot who has kids of his own, he decided to come out and put forth this Trump derangement syndrome, making it an actual illness, classifiable illness, to own the libs. And then it was the same day. It was later that day he got caught in the sting operation that they were trying to catch him for being a pedophile because he was chatting with a person who he thought was, they're saying 17. I first heard it was 16, so who knows. But yeah, trying to meet up with a minor. And the whole time he was texting a cop, and then he gets to the park and the cops just roll up on him.
The timing is perfect on this. Perfect.
Yep.
You cannot write this shit. But also, we talked about that. We talk about this all the time. If the sun comes up, a right winger is going to be arrested for pedophilia. That's just how it goes. Whether it's in a church or in our government or around a church or around our government, these people diddle kids all the fucking time. And I'm tired of it. Methinks thou doth protest too much.
Yep.
The louder you scream about something, the more likely it is someone catches on that you feel that thing that you're apparently against.
Yep. Absolutely.
Fucking pedo freaks, dude.
All right. And I still have this up. There we go.
Killed in prison.
So, I don't know if you remember this. A few weeks ago, we were talking about a Dr. Pepper story. Dr. Pepper Blackberry.
Oh, you have one, dude.
Yes. This is pretty good. In a way, it doesn't taste too much like Dr. Pepper. It almost tastes like blackberry cotton candy. It's weird. It's not too sweet, but it has that flavor of it. It's interesting.
You know what I got? I got drugs. Orange. Yeah, well, yes, but no, I did. Never mind. No, I'm a good child. I got orange cream Coke.
Oh yeah. How is it?
It's good, dude. So my mom had some, and she wanted more orange flavor out of it, so she didn't like it. So I was like, okay, I like the sound of that, so I got it. And it's what they did was they took their vanilla Coke and they just threw a splash of orange in there. That's effectively what it is. I think it's great. It's refreshing.
This is sad.
Oh, Carlitos. Bruh.
Yeah, that is very sad.
Yo, maybe we can ship some pallets of Dr. Pepper over to you.
Yeah. Get the regular, get the blackberry, get the strawberry and cream.
Yeah, get a pallet of a box of variety Dr. Peppers so you could taste America, dude. Get fat with us.
Yeah. All right. So on to our main topic, which is controversies and to some extent expectations for games, because it kind of plays into it a little bit because people like to overhype things and just kind of make up stuff, which first one we're going to talk about with that, it's going to be Starfield, because that one kind of fit both. It was a very controversial game coming out because people didn't really know too much about it. Plus, this was the first game they're putting out underneath just Xbox.
Yeah.
And Phil Spencer made it controversial by opening his mouth. And We also had the expectations thanks to the Texas Elf, and coming out and saying like, oh yeah, you see that moon? Yeah, you can go there too. And yeah,
you can't.
I mean, you can. I mean, what was her name? I always say it wrong. Charlandazar, whatever her name is.
Yeah, the white-haired chick from Australia.
Yeah, she flew there. Straight to the PNG. That's what
right into the PNG. No, sorry, it's a JPEG. It's a JPEG.
yeah, JPEG. It was very upsetting.
The first quadruple X game, or no, that's Skull and Bones.
Yeah. Yep.
No, yeah, dude, Starfield. I mean, what's the biggest controversy you think of with Starfield, like off the top of your head?
I mean, to me, it's going to be the fact that it was Xbox only, because that just got drilled out there like crazy, and it was supposed to be this. Yeah, it was supposed to be the quadruple A game. Like it was next gen. You have to. I mean, if you can't play on your PC, it's maybe because you need a next gen PC. Like that's a thing.
Yeah, dude, that's the first thing that pops in my head is that little shitbag elf saying that like, oh, you just need to upgrade your PC. I'm sorry. Like, my PC is not top of the line at this point. Okay, I get that. It can't run everything in Ultra all the time. I get that. Okay, that's fine. I'm cool with that. But I have a pretty damn good PC, RTX 3090, Intel i9, more RAM than I'll ever need in my entire life. I have a RAM that'll put me into the future. And good cooling, I have the right HDMI cords, like I've got everything. Okay. I can't get 60 FPS out of Starfield most of the time. Why, dude? There's nothing that good about that game. There's nothing that looks that good. The graphics aren't that great. There's no like crazy hair physics on everybody or anything. Like, why can we not get 60 FPS out of a goddamn apparent AAA game that's made by the biggest gaming studio on the planet? Okay. It was way too big to download. Yeah, that's the other part, dude. What's up with like 150 gigabyte games, dude? Like, what? I mean, I had to get a separate dedicated hard drive just to download some like 3 games.
Yeah.
Oh, God, dude. But I think
it is serious.
Yeah, and like the biggest controversy with Starfield, I think, was how they sold it. They sold it like we talked about this before. I think it was the last show, I think, or maybe the show before it. It was supposed to be the game, space game, and it just wasn't. Why even have a ship in a game where it's just an elaborate fast travel system? Why even put a ship in a game like that?
Well, I mean, the ship was an elaborate slow travel system, like insanely stupid slow. If you want to fly somewhere, you can. But it's going to take you just hours.
Well, but you can. Like, it's not like No Man's Sky where you hop in a ship, go up and fly off the planet, fly to another planet with like the boost shit. You know what I mean? The in-system boost drive, whatever the hell they call it. Fly to the other planet and then go through the atmosphere and land on that planet. In Starfield, could you fly across the solar system to another planet? Sure, but it's slow as hell. But by the time you get there, you still have to go into the map on the ship and then pick a point on the planet and then go through like 3 loading screens to get to the planet. There's no point to have a ship.
Yeah, you get into like a couple fights. A couple.
Yeah.
It's
just like, why even put this in there? I just don't like, I feel like the intent was to have the ship work something like similar to No Man's Sky or even Elite Dangerous, where I don't know if you even played Elite Dangerous after they added planetary landings and shit. But like, you go through a loading screen in Elite Dangerous when you go on a planet. I mean, I'm sure you do in No Man's Sky too. They just hide it. But when you go onto the planet in Elite Dangerous, you line it up and you get these like a new display comes up that shows you the curvature and how like whether or not you're level with the planet, your altitude and longitude and shit. It's deep. But you go down far enough and then it basically puts you through a loading screen, but it looks like you're still flying through the atmosphere. So it's a fake out, but it's immersive. And then you're on the planet. You're in atmosphere. You can fly around in atmosphere. Why not do something like that? I think they planned on doing that, but just couldn't because their code is shit. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Yep. Yeah, the one thing I will say about Starfield that I did appreciate, because I got kind of far into it, whoever was the team for writing their side quests, I like them. Yeah. I like what they did with those. They were interesting. I mean, I didn't care for the main story. I didn't even care for the cast of characters, but I like the side quests.
Well, the biggest problem with the writing in Starfield in general is Emil Pagliarulo. Unless Bethesda gets rid of him, they're never going to be able to make a game that's written well. They're just not. Or like demote his ass and put someone else in his place, because Emil Pagliarulo cannot write for shit. He's been a bad writer since Oblivion. The reason that the stories in the Elder Scrolls games and even the Fallout games are more mediocre than they could be is because of Emil Pagliarulo. So get rid of him and you might have a good game.
Yeah.
Oh, you dropped our Discord in there.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't know. It's just a shame because it could have been so much more, dude.
Yeah. Yep. 'Twas disappointing. But yeah, then the expectations, and the expectations just weren't just because of Todd Howard. And this one, I was going to make it another topic, but I decided I'll just put it in here. The Switch 2. We had the same thing going on there. Like before they started doing the announcements, we had the same thing there, where people are just like overhyping it and saying it's going to be things that it's clearly not. And people expecting things out of it that this is Nintendo. Like, I don't know what you think you're getting, but it's not going to be a PS5 Pro Plus. Like, it's not going to be on that level. It won't. It's going to be better than the 360 because, I mean, Switch is like a 360 Lite. So it'll be better, but it's not going to be just mind-blowingly good.
Yeah.
That's just not a thing. Not a thing at all. And people really need to quit the whole, let's just make up something and let our thoughts run wild and think this is going to be fact. Thoughts are not fact.
No, and I think expectations for everything in the gaming realm are wild at this point. I don't know. The expectations for Starfield were partially because of how they talked it up, but partially because of deceptive gameplay that they showed. I mean, they did just outright lie about a lot of the stuff you could do in the game. They lied about how the planets would work, how basically until the last minute, they said that planets would be totally open and you could go anywhere. There's no loading screens. There's no anything. It's totally open. And there'd be a bunch of handmade content on the planets peppered in with like RNG, generated content. Carlitos, that's Sir Felix's doggo. I have 2 cats. But no, they said there would be more handmade content, and there just isn't. There isn't. Like there's whole compilations of this where you just find like the same 2 bases on every planet over and over and over and over and over again. It just feels like they wanted to make something really, really great and either didn't have the talent, didn't have the time, didn't have the money, or all of the above. So,
yep. Yeah, I think a lot of it was time.
I do too.
Yeah, because they had the money. That's super clear. But yeah, time, I can see they're probably under a lot of crunch.
Yeah. And I mean, do you think that was mostly Microsoft or?
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. I do think the game could have been better. Because I mean, Bethesda doesn't really let us down. They kind of did with 4, but it's still a good game. Like it has a lot of cool things in it. That's just not what we wanted from Fallout, but still good. It was well done.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think it kind of hurts because this was like Fallout 4 was kind of the beginning of the end for Bethesda, in my opinion. It was the first time where like they came out with something and I was pretty disappointed with it. Even though I love Fallout 4, it's not what it should have been for a Fallout game. We've talked about this privately, where Fallout 4 is a great survival game. It's a great shooter, like looter shooter, but it's a terrible Fallout game. It's a great base builder too. But Starfield was the final nail in that coffin, and it just sucks. It really sucks.
Yep, it's sad times. Sad times. Let's go on to our next controversy. The creation of the ESRB, which is a fun story. So basically, there's always been games that have been hated on by the media, but there were a couple back in the day, like in the 90s, that got the most attention. That would be Night Trap and Mortal Kombat. Night Trap, I mean, that one makes sense. If you ever seen anything on it, it's pretty bad. It's about trying to survive this break-in where you're a bunch of women and these guys are breaking into your house for, reasons. And it's bad. It feels like a poorly written soft core porn without the porn part. So it's just badly written. And badly filmed because it's FMV, which is not good. But then Mortal Kombat, super bloody. You're ripping people's like spines out of their back and whatnot. Very gory game, and people like the media went wild with it, went super wild, and basically had to create this. Plus, then we had like Columbine, which brought in GTA into the picture, and it made the ESRB even more strict.
Yep.
Because, they played GTA, so obviously that's why they did it. I'm like, I don't know, dude. I've played GTA, and I'm pretty sure I've never shot anything up.
That, and they listened to Marilyn Manson.
Yeah. Yep. That's the sign. If you listen to Marilyn Manson, you're going to shoot up a school.
I mean, well, there might be correlation there, but... No, they've already proven that like playing video games and shit just does not cause people to be violent. If anything, there's studies now that have proven that playing video games causes people to be less violent because you could act out all your violent dreams in video games. It's fun. Yeah. Try it sometime. There's games tailored to just being horrifically violent.
Yeah, Postal.
I mean, well, dude, Postal's like the tip of the iceberg, dude. You get what is it called? I mean, I own all of them. Hold on. What's that game where you play as a guy with the trench coat and just murder an entire town?
The Darkness?
No, it's I see where you get that from, but no, it's not that one. Hatred.
Oh yeah, Hatred.
You got Hatred. You've got hell, even the game that I talked about in one of the videos, Half Sword, is excruciatingly violent. Yeah, there's games out there for you if you want violent shit, and they're not going to make you more violent. So the ESRB, I don't know. Have you heard about how the ESRB is a way to basically like stifle creativity? It's censorship. The ESRB is censorship.
Yeah. Yep. And I mean, we're even more open than other countries. Like, I mean, look at Australia.
Yeah.
And then I think Germany too. Aren't they pretty strict?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Germany and Australia are the two that are like pretty bad with their rating systems.
Well, and China.
Yeah. And China. Yeah.
Yeah. China's is terrible.
China can't have any blood or anything. No, like I don't know all the rules, but I think in China you even have to like if you're under 18, you could only play for a certain amount of time. You could only play video games.
It's something stupid, like 2 hours a week or something crazy like that.
It's wild, dude. Yeah, China is a great place, wonderful place, love it.
Yeah.
Please don't kill me. But yeah, no, it's the ESRB. I think it can serve a purpose. It can help, but like especially in today's day and age, any kid can play anything anywhere. There's no age verification on Steam or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't know. You go to like brick and mortar game stores more than I do. When was the last time you ever heard of anybody getting carded at a GameStop or anything?
Yeah, I mean, since I worked at Game Crazy back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah. Like it doesn't happen anymore. They have electroshock therapy rehab gaming camps for kids in China. Holy shit, dude. That's terrifying, man. That's terrifying. Yeah, I'm sorry. If anybody stands for China, they deserve to get slapped in the mouth, man. Like, China is not a good place. America bad. Don't get me wrong. America bad. Okay. We all know this, but China bad too. So yeah, China real bad.
Yep. Which I did hear something interesting. I was looking at games that had been banned in other countries, and like Pokemon's banned in a few because the whole like they could be like demons in a way.
Yeah.
That's whatever. Fallout 3, like Bethesda banned it from India themselves. And I thought that was pretty respectful on their part because of the Brahmin.
Yeah, the Brahmin. I forgot about that.
Yep. And then they decided to self-ban that game in India. And I was like, that's respectable. Like they're not trying to offend them. And I like that.
Couldn't they just like change the name of the Brahmin?
And make them immortal so you can't even shoot them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they have to make sure they couldn't die. They'd have to be immortal, and that, like, basically when your gun is pointing at them or a weapon is near them, it doesn't go off or something like that.
Yeah. Like, they could do something, I figure.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Talking about being carded. Yeah, rarely get carded for liquor. Like, I haven't been in, God, since I was buying liquor underage.
Yeah, I don't really buy much alcohol, though. I mean, last time I did, I still looked pretty damn young, so I did get carded. But, yeah, I mean, people just don't like. It's hard to control what kids, in particular, consume online at this point. Like, you could be a good parent and you could do that. You know what I mean? But even then, there's only so much you could actually do with that. Like, you have parental controls and shit, but it's not the ESRB's job, nor are they capable of enforcing it anymore. It's not like it was back in the 90s and early 2000s.
Yep. Yep. All right. Enough of that. Let's talk about a game that came out before the ESRB, and it definitely deserves its hate. Has everybody seen Custer's Revenge? Know about it? Let's go ahead and get some images pulled up of this one because it is.
Can we show images of this one?
Oh, I mean, we're not going to show that part. Yeah, we'll show some stuff what it does. Well, let me turn on safe search. How do I turn on safe search?
I have no idea. By the way, Carlitos, I like your little profile image on Discord.
All right, that is not how to do it. They don't show anything bad here. I can show it.
Yeah, how much of this game can we actually show?
I mean, here's a good picture for it.
Yeah.
So the whole game is just terrible. Just absolutely terrible. The whole premise of it is you're this wild, I believe, drunken general who is
Custer.
You're
Custer
killing Native Americans. Yeah, this is the cover of the game. And yeah, you're basically killing all these Native Americans, and then you are at the end dancing with the women who are tied up.
By dancing, we mean tactical insertion.
Yeah, the lovely R word.
Forced insertion.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's well, there's an image right there. You can see a couple, like the one directly to the right of the image that you clicked on, the second image in.
Oh, yeah, the Wikipedia one.
You walk up to a Native American woman who is tied up to a pole, and the whole goal is to dodge arrows and let's just say essay this Native American woman.
There we go.
I don't know how the hell this game got made, but it was definitely a different time.
Yeah.
It was a very different time for games. What was this even on? I never even
Atari.
Okay. Now, what about at the time when it came out? Was it well known, or like? Because I mean, I've heard about it since then, but I mean, I don't even think I was alive when this game came out.
Let's see. Let's go to Wikipedia. I mean, it was at least said that it was not for sale to minors. Reception. Yeah, it was an affront to common decency.
It really was. Like, did they have like sales numbers on this at all?
No, I was hoping that would be down here. They're not showing anything. Yeah, very racist, terrible, terrible game.
Yeah, it's like... Now, there's a lot to keep in mind with this game, and this is by no means a defense of it. You got to like put stuff like this in context if it happened historically. And this was at a time where, I mean, what year did it come out? Like, what year specifically?
82? Yeah, 1982.
1982, yeah. So, like, there were a lot of ideals about America's past and about really our interaction with Native Americans that were just generally unknown to most people. Like, if this came out today, it definitely would not fly at all. Like, at all. But people, I guess, may have been a little, I mean, even though a lot of people didn't like it, people at that time may have been a little more accepting of it because, like, most people thought that America had a cleaner past, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
tactical insertion sounds like a good time.
Yeah, that's, I mean, tactical insertion, you know? Just drop
it was a tactics game.
Yes, it was a tactics game. You were tactically dodging arrows while trying to infill in this specific gully. You were infilling in the gully and then trying to exfil as fast as possible in between volleys of arrows. That was the point of the game.
Yeah.
But no, this is super fucked up. I don't know. This is up there with like that school shooter simulator that they made a while back.
Yeah.
But
yep. God, that game is so cringy. I'm surprised that one even exists. I mean, if you were like the cop wait, isn't there a game that does that where you're doing the opposite thing? You're like the SWAT team or the cops going into the building to take down the school shooter?
Yes, Ready or Not, which is done very tastefully. I love Ready or Not. That's a little side controversy. That level in particular, you go into a college. It's a community college that they designed the map to be a high school, but had to step that back because that would have been a little too far, I think, especially because you would have been shooting kids. And trying to prevent and seeing kids get shot effectively, but they turned it into a community college, and you are trying to stop both a active shooter situation and a bomb situation in this college. And it was done very well, and it's harrowing. It's terrible in the best way, I should say. And it's something that I think I'm a big advocate for this. I think people need to see this shit, especially in America, because it's too easy to just be like, oh, another school shooting happened. You never see anything about it. You never look at the aftermath. You never see anything. So it's easy to disconnect from it. Just like it was easy for the German people to disconnect from the Holocaust because they weren't watching it happen, even though most people knew about it. So like this school shooting level in Ready or Not, I think is something necessary that people should at least look into, because you get to see this shit, and seeing it opens your eyes to a whole new aspect of the actual reality of these situations.
Yeah, Carlito said this, and I'm looking up who Crip Mac is because the name sounds familiar, but what did he get arrested for? Like, what's his felonies?
Yeah, Germans catching strays. Yeah, Germans are always catching strays.
for being a felon in possession of a firearm, attempted second-degree armed robbery, grand theft, and transportation of a controlled substance.
Yum.
Lovely. I like his face tattoo. Big ol' 5.
A 5.
Yeah, let me pull this up. This is very, very nice tattoo. Post Malone ain't got nothing on him. Big ol' 5 right there on his cheek.
Oh, nice. What's the meaning of that one? Like, I've never seen a 5 before.
Yeah, no clue.
Well, he's from Los Angeles. It's probably some local shit in LA. Channel 5, yeah. Channel 5 is pretty good, but the guy behind it is kind of like a sex pest. I think that came out like a year or two ago.
Nice.
At least he was. I don't know. I didn't look too deep into it.
Sound like great people.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. You know, just endlessly harassing women to try and get them to sleep with you. It's cool shit, you know?
Yep. All right. Next topic. Assassin's Creed Shadows. The most controversial game that is very uncontroversial.
Oh, man. Where to even begin? The non-controversies.
Well, yeah, I mean, you have to start with the obvious one. Well, he's black. None of it can be true. He's black. And it's like, okay, well, we've known about Yasuke for, years. I think decades at this point, because I'm pretty sure Afro Samurai was out when I was in high school still.
Yeah, we were young. Yeah, Afro Samurai's been out for a while.
Yeah, and that's based on him. Based on him, and I believe Samuel L. Jackson mixed together.
Yep. Which is a great pairing.
Yeah.
But, the first it was, black guy in a, by the way, look at that picture, everybody. Look at that SirFelixTheCat cat picture, dude. That shit's awesome. Was that made by the same artist who made mine?
Yeah, Loki.
Yeah, it looks
Artist
like it's
Loki.
got Loki's touch to it. That shit's awesome. But yeah, Carlitos, DEI samurais, yeah. Woke eyes. So the first controversy was black guy. Okay, we could get past that. It's just stupid people. Second controversy was womans, femoid. You play as femoid.
Yeah.
Can't be femoid. Femoid bad. Somehow the mestizos are involved, I'm sure. The third controversy was that I knew anyway was that you could go into a temple and destroy the Shinto temple. You could just cut everything up and destroy everything. Which did you hear about that one?
No.
Yeah, so they showed gameplay before the game released of Yasuke going into a Shinto temple and just cutting the shit out of like all the shrines and everything. So people in Japan pearl clutched over it, some, I guess. And then a lot of people who kind of just like act like they care for social credit basically decided to pearl clutch over it. And nobody thought about the fact that you have agency over your character. Like you have a controller in your hands and you could, press the button to attack or not press the button to not attack. I guess people forgot about that. So no, but the game does not force you to destroy this temple. There is no mission that does anything to destroy a temple. It's just, you could do it if you want to, but you don't have to at all. So that was a controversy. And then I think there's some people, and the sources that I've seen for this were from Rightoids, so take it with a fucking mine of salt. But some of these people said that like Japan and like the nation of Japan was upset because of Yasuke being in the game, because it should have been a Japanese protagonist instead of a black guy. Did you hear anything about that?
Yeah, that was all coming from like the far right nut jobs who just want to hate on it because it's not a white guy. They would have complained if it was a Japanese guy too. They honestly probably would have.
Well, yeah. I mean, they definitely would have.
Unless he's naked, and then they would be like, "Oh, okay, this is totally for us. We need this." As you notice, they did not complain about Cyberpunk and the fact that you can make your junk bigger. They were all hyped about that.
Yeah, I mean, they love that shit. But there was one controversy one controversy with Assassin's Creed Shadows that was legit. And you and I talked about it before, but I don't know if you remember it. Do you remember the one controversy that was legit?
Yeah, the Arch.
Yes. What's it called? I forget the name of it. They have those gateways, the big red like arch gateways. They're very important for, I guess, religious reasons over in Japan. And there's one, I think it's a stone one, and I think it's broken. And it was from the bombings in World War II that it broke.
Yep.
And I could be wrong about this, but the Ubisoft put out a little statue, like those like big-headed Funko Pop statues.
Yeah.
Where the chick was sitting on top of a broken gate, and Yasuke was standing under it, and that pissed off the general Japanese populace. Now that's just a mix-up in cultural and religious understanding. And Ubisoft they have the money for it. They should have done their homework on this, but that was the only controversy with AC Shadows that was legit.
Yep. Yeah, and they came out, apologized, and didn't show any more advertising of that at all.
Yeah. They made that as right as they could. So,
yep.
But outside of that, everything else you hear is just like all I heard outside of that shit was just people saying it was going to be bad and that Ubisoft is terrible. And I mean, they are terrible for other reasons, but like that they make shit games and that Assassin's Creed is dead and it won't sell well. But nobody ever said why outside of that. Did you ever hear anything else?
Well, yeah, I've heard people talking about it now. And literally it comes down to, well, this game isn't going to save Ubisoft because I don't like it.
Yeah.
And it's like, who cares what you like, dude?
Yeah.
Like, who cares? You are not everybody in the world who's going to play this. It's still going to sell well because every Assassin's Creed sells well.
More than well. Well. AC games sell like 5 to 10 million copies, hard sale, million copies every time they drop. I think the last one, Mirage, sold like 2 or 3 million, but that's still 2 or 3 million copies sold, dude. Like that's crazy. AC always sells well, 100%. So, but I have yet to see anyone say shit since it came out. So,
Yep. I've only seen a couple people just hate on it. Like Jake did a review on it, and he was like, it plays well. Like because he's playing it on PS5 Pro, and so far everybody who's played it on PS5 Pro hasn't complained about like too much, except for there is a severe frame rate drop when you go into like your hideout to start building your area. Yeah, like it apparently tanks in there, but besides that, like the game plays very well. Everybody loves the combat. Even what's his name, Stev from Lyrian, came out and said it's like some of the best combat Assassin's Creed has ever had.
Yeah, I mean, the combat looks better than other AC games. The stealth is pretty much better than most other AC games. There is no social stealth, which that pisses me off. I don't know why the hell they didn't do that.
Especially they were bringing it back.
Nope, there's no social stealth in this game, which is like, what? I mean, you're playing as a ninja. Ninjas, like real ninjas, would dress up like farmers and shit so they could blend into the crowd. Like there was no ninja outfit that existed in real life. They would just look like normal people. And there were some samurai who would do ninja shit too in real life. And when they did that, you drop the armor, you dress up in farmer's clothing or a merchant clothing, and you blend in with wherever you have to be. But no, so there's no social stealth. That's a legitimate complaint. The story is probably pretty mediocre. I expect that. That's what you get from Assassin's Creed. The stories aren't really that great. That's a legitimate complaint. The gameplay is it's pretty good, but probably gets kind of boring after like 60 hours, which I'm sure the game is like 80, 90 hours long. That's a legitimate complaint. It's not a great game. It's a decent game, and that's what you get from Assassin's Creed. But decent now means terrible to most people.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a 8 to 10. It's complete trash.
Yeah. So, no, I think you're going to get what you expect from an AC game. If you like Assassin's Creed, you're probably going to like this one. And it's going to be more of the same shit.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. And I didn't have any other controversies that I could think of besides I was looking up controversies in movies. And did you ever watch Jeepers Creepers?
Jeepers Creepers. What do you have a picture of that one? What's that one? Is that the horror movie?
Yeah, where the dude's like stealing body parts from people.
Shit.
I'm pulling it up right now.
Might have. I can't remember.
He has the truck, which you can see here in this picture.
Yes, I watched this like around when it came out, so I don't remember too much. But yeah, I remember the guy. Yeah.
Well.
Oh, who the hell is this?
This is the director, and I didn't know about this till I looked it up yesterday. He is an American film director, screenwriter, and convicted sex offender.
Nice.
Yep. And before all this went down, he was self-described. He was the self-described protege of Francis Ford Coppola.
No, he's not.
No. But yeah, he was convicted of molesting a 12-year-old boy.
Wow, dude. Ew, man. Okay.
Yep.
Brian Singer type Carlito says yes. Yeah, this is fucked up, dude. When did that? I mean, did that happen around the time the movie came out, or like when did this come out with him?
No, I don't know if it's gonna load. $2,000.
So just before the movie came out.
Yeah, apparently.
Wow. Okay.
Or wait, hold on. That's something else. Oh no, yeah, it was well before. I guess it was when he was younger. It says 1988.
Oh wow. It probably just came out around the time of the movie because he got more media on him and shit. So
yeah.
But yeah, like in terms of movie controversies, like there's a lot of controversial movies that I know got people pissed off or talking and stuff. Like Cannibal Holocaust. Have you ever seen that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, like how they actually killed a couple of real animals in the movie.
Yep.
And just its content was pretty messed up for the time. Like it was in the 80s and people just like weren't ready for that level of fucked up stuff. But also just the fact that they legitimately killed animals for the movie was pretty terrible. I don't like that. You have, you want to go way, way back, Birth of a Nation. Are you familiar with Birth of a Nation?
No.
It's a right-wing, like white supremacist silent film.
Oh, Jesus. 1915.
Yep. It glorifies the KKK, and it was basically like it, and I hate to say this, it did like contribute to filmmaking as an art. It did actually contribute some shit to that, but it was a film glorifying white supremacy and like, you know, just racism in general, and it was pretty messed up. So that was kind of controversial. I mean, it's more controversial today than I think it would have been at the time, because this is still like the early 1900s, so shit was pretty bad generally.
It has a 91% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It doesn't surprise me. Yeah, it doesn't surprise
me. But yet Google reviews, it's only out of 350 ratings, 2.2.
So is it like our Rotten Tomatoes users just like, is it for the lulls, or
well, like, I think Rotten Tomato users are the same ones who do Metacritic. And like I showed you the review of Echoes of Wisdom, where some guy was just like, he said, most overrated game ever, most overrated game ever, most overrated game ever, don't play.
Yeah.
That was his review.
For that game that, like, outside of you, I heard nothing about, so it's definitely not overrated.
Yeah.
Like, oh Christ, dude. No, Carlitos asked about Leni Riefenstahl. Go on Triumph of the Will, but her dedication or depiction of the Olympics is amazing and terrifying. I've heard of the Olympia, her Olympics thing, but I have not seen it. I think everybody's probably seen. Which Olympics was this? 1936. Yeah. So I think everybody has seen images and clips of the Olympics there. It was when the Nazis went to the Olympics. And they had like giant, like the swastikas out and everything. It was Nazi Germany at the Olympics, but it was in 36. So it was before everything like really kicked off. But yeah, I have not seen the entire thing. And Sir Felix, you've probably seen at least clips from that movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just looking at another one, The Wonderful, Horrible Life of Her, which, yeah, has Hitler on the cover.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, her work, from what I've seen of her work, it's very interesting. Maybe I'll check all of her shit out. I'll watch all of her shit, because she that whole realm of like everything that she's done seems very interesting to me, and I've heard of her. I've seen some stuff like bits and pieces, but now I'll check that out. But yeah, I mean, other movie controversies we've got. Hold on,
we have The Shining,
The Shining.
Because you had what's her name? I was gonna call her Olive Oil.
Olive Oil.
What the heck is her name? Duvall. Shelley Duvall.
Yeah.
Under the direction of our favorite director, Kubrick, who we'll talk more about later. She was like mentally and physically abused. Like that's part of the reason she's so screwed up is because of this movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Rest in peace, Shelley. Yeah, dude. Did you ever see that Dr. Phil interview with her?
Yeah.
That is terrible, dude. Dr. Phil is a fucking like vampire, and I hate him to my core. He is a truly evil person.
Yep.
And that interview with her, when she was gone, dude. Like mentally, she was gone in that interview. That is the perfect demonstration of how Dr. Phil is just vile as a person. But yeah, no, she was definitely abused on that film. And I don't know, like, did people talk about that at the time? Like, did people know that? I felt like it was kept kind of on the DL until later.
Yeah, I don't think it came out until she finally started talking about it. I mean, it was so back in the day, it was known that when a woman got hit by a man in a movie, it literally happened. And they would redo those takes over and over. And it was vile. Like that is a very vile thing to do.
Yeah.
Like, no, you didn't slap her right. Do it 20 more times. And that's, yeah, I'm glad those days are over. I'll take some CG over that. Some bad CG.
Now they just SA them.
Yeah.
Like, I guess we're past the physical violence. Now we're just into the sexual violence. So progress.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Oh, and Carlitos asked about Grim Life Collective met her. I did not see that. Is that what you put in the Discord just now? Because we'll watch that later.
Is that when she's living in her car?
I think so.
Yeah, I remember watching that when it came out. I just don't remember who did it.
Yeah, in the thumbnail, it looks like, is that if that's her in the car, that's sad, dude.
I don't know if I have Discord open. Do I?
That's
I do.
Man.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh. It's a shame.
Yep.
Like what happened?
Her life was just ruined.
Yeah. And that's the thing is, so many actors and actresses, mostly actresses as far as I've seen, like are destroyed by the industry. Like I just saw a thing about, and I didn't know this because I was too young at the time, but wasn't it Kate Winslet in Titanic?
Yeah.
So
isn't her?
I think that's her, the redhead British chick. When she does a nude scene in the Titanic where she's laying down and having Leo DiCap painting her like one of his French girls. So I was too young when I watched that to know anything about what was happening outside of the movie. But I guess I saw a short of her recently talking about how in the aftermath of that movie, like anytime she would make a public appearance, all the media, vultures would basically shit all over her, saying she was fat, or like commenting on her weight,
Wow.
or commenting on how she looked, or she looked svelte and stuff. And like, it destroyed her, dude. Like, she was basically almost crying in this interview that happened years after all of this shit had taken place. She still thinks about it. It still follows her. And like, she was perfect in that movie, dude. Like, I don't know what anyone is talking about with her being fat and shit. I mean, I like, Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind. Yeah, I mean, I like that movie, but someone that we both know personally kind of ruined that movie for us because it was that person's favorite movie. First job we met at, cave person.
Oh. Oh man, that just ruined the movie for me.
See, yeah, that's like I love the movie. I can't not think of that person with that movie. So, but yeah, because that was that person's favorite movie. But yeah, no, she's amazing. She's really good in everything she's in. There's a bunch of like lesser known later movies that she's been in too. Cave person, yeah, we knew a cave person, like a Geico commercial cave person. It was an interesting individual. We'll put it that way.
Yeah. Yep, knuckle dragging and all.
Knuckle dragging cave person. But no, like, so yeah, the media just destroyed Kate Winslet, and she was so young when she did that movie too.
Yeah.
But yeah, Brandon Fraser. Oh, he's a good man. A good example of a dude who had this happen to them too. He was just fried by the industry, and it's a shame because he seems like a genuinely good guy.
Yeah, he's trying to make his comeback though. I mean, he did The Well. He did the Doom Patrol.
Yep.
Which, God, he's fantastic in Doom Patrol. Like, I mean, a lot of it is voice acting, but there are parts where he's actually in it, and it's great.
I love Brandon Fraser.
I loved him in Scrubs. He was like the most down to earth person because he just tried to make everybody happy, even though he knew he was dying, and he just tried to be a good person through it. And it was like that's crazy. Yeah. That is a well written character, and it was played by the perfect person to do it.
Yeah, I mean, dude, his number one thing for me will always be The Mummy. Like the Mummy, I love those movies, dude. Him and what's her face?
Yeah, Encino Man.
Yeah, Encino Man. Yeah, Encino Man is really, really good. But what's her face? Who was that chick in The Mummy with the black hair? Played his like partner in the movie. She was so good, dude. I love watching them together. Their chemistry is so good.
Yeah, Rachel Weisz or Weisz. How do you say her last name?
Rachel Weisz. They are so good together, dude. The Mummy movies are perfection in my opinion. Well, not the third one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, his work in it was good. It was just ruined by somebody else who ruins movies.
Yeah. It just shouldn't have been made.
Yeah. It's kind of like the reboot of The Mummy in 2017. Just shouldn't have been made.
Oh, yeah. I blocked that from my memory. Have you ever heard of a movie called I Spit on Your Grave?
Yeah. Yeah, that movie's good.
It's very good. The remake is also pretty damn good. A guy.
I didn't even know there was original.
Oh, no, the original's from the 70s, I think, if I remember right. In the remake, a guy gets a shotgun shoved up his rear end, and
59.
The trigger is pulled. Yeah, I know it was old. Yeah, I Spit on Your Grave turned a lot of heads and got a lot of people pissed off because it's a story about a woman who gets assaulted and decides to take revenge on the people that assaulted her in the most spectacular and brutal way.
Yeah.
And a lot of people didn't like that when it came out.
Oh, yeah, it made me mad at the beginning watching all that. Like, because I've only seen the remake. Like I said, I didn't know there was original. But yeah, it had me heated, but loved watching her get her revenge. That was beautiful.
Oh yeah, it's catharsis. Like
it's like there's the J-Lo movie where her husband is beating her, and then she gets her revenge, and it's beautiful. That part is so good.
Whoa, shit! Okay, first of all, Carlitos asked about the pyramid shit, which we will get to that. But first, the Palestinian director who won the Oscar this year for Best Doc was just taken out by settlers. Taken out as in like schwacked, like is he dead? Or was he just kicked out of his land? Like what the hell happened? Watch what I posted. That's in the Discord. All right, we'll watch this.
Yeah.
Are we about to get real fucking mad?
Probably.
I feel like we are.
Oh.
What's this? What is this? His car that they're in?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Was attacked by settlers and he's missing. Oh my god, dude.
Yep.
He's dead.
Yep, he's gone.
He's fucking dead. And they just ambushed him, dude. And these are settlers too. They're probably former military because you have to join you have to join the IDF in Israel if you're a citizen. Like once you turn 18, you're conscripted. But they didn't look like military. It just looked like hooligans. Like it looked like just random pedestrians.
Yeah.
Yeah, no such thing as a civilian in Israel. It's true. There are no civilians in Israel. All of them are former military or active military. It's just a fact. Like even Gal Gadot or whatever, like she's former IDF. Everybody from Israel was part of the IDF at one point. It doesn't mean they were active combat, but like they were still part of the machine. They were a cog. That's fucked up though, dude. I hope he's okay. My gut tells me he's probably dead. Because that's just what these sick fucks do. Christ, dude.
Yeah, I don't know if he was alive like 10 seconds after they got his door open.
Yeah, I mean... At your Miss Ethan Klein? Miss Ethan Klein? Well, who that?
Yeah, I don't know.
I've heard that name before. Ethan Ethan Klein, the YouTuber idiot. Yeah, his wife or girl, whatever the hell she is, she's former IDF too. I'm pretty sure. Hila, yeah, dude. I don't like the way she talks. I'm not talking her accent. Like I love different accents, but like I just I don't like her like affectation. I don't know. Yep, former IDF. Yeah. Yeah, it's fucked up, dude. And what is anybody going to do about this abduction? Like, this is an illegal abduction of a dude.
Yep.
Nobody's going to do shit about it. We're sure as hell not. Israel sure as hell isn't. Like, even if his family members went to the police or whatever the hell, they're just going to, like, be like, oh, yeah, we'll look into it, then throw the report out the window as soon as they walk out. Like,
we should be cheering for it. I mean, I told you earlier what Chuck Schumer decided to come out and say. The Senate Majority Leader decided to come out, and it was an article like 2 days ago, that his job, like this is his quote, my job is to make sure the left continues to support Israel. It's like, bro, that's not your job. That is not in your job description, like whatsoever. That is a personal choice, and your choice is terrible. Like terrible. You need to be removed. One, you're way too old to be doing this. Two, you're the most like ineffectual person I could think of in Senate. And that's saying something because there's a lot of just ineffectual people there. It's like, why are you in this job? Why do you do this? Why do people elect you?
Power. And because elections aren't real.
Yeah.
Just like the elections aren't real. He's in because money. He has money. He wants to hold on to money. I mean, look at fucking what's her face? The woman from California who was a corpse. They rolled her corpse into the house. What was her name?
Feinstein?
No, was it Feinstein?
Yeah,
no.
Feinstein.
Yeah, it was Feinstein.
Yeah, it was the one from the movie we watched.
She was fucking dead, and they brought her back to work, dude.
Yep.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, she had dementia. She didn't know what she was doing, but they brought her in to vote.
Well, and she was just gone. Like she was gone for like 2 months.
Yeah,
and it was like, what the fuck is she doing? Where is she? She's incapable of doing her job, so why is she still in the role? You know what I mean?
Yep.
Bernie leaving the ABC interview midway being like, I'm 83, I don't give a fuck about presidential run.
Yep.
Yeah, no, Bernie's tired. Let him rest, man.
Yep.
Bernie's done. Oh, and about the pyramid shit, Sir Felix, maybe you heard about this. People have rediscovered that there are chambers under the pyramids. This has been known since like the 80s, I think, that there are chambers under the pyramids. Some of them are accessible, some of them aren't, and a lot of like conspiracy nuts are saying that, oh, it's proof that the pyramid is like a superconductor or like a nuclear power plant or some shit. It got rediscovered by Zoomers on TikTok. that's what's happening with that.
TikTok is terrible.
Oh, it's god awful. Well, the American TikTok anyway. At least the Chinese one is like partially educational.
Yeah,
but
well, I mean, ours could be. There are people on there who try. Unfortunately, they just don't get the attention that they should get. Instead, we go to like the dumb ones, or we just watch some like you have a bunch of like old men watching like a 13-year-old girl dancing.
Yeah. It's boob talk. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's gooner talk. And it's just like very young girls doing sexual dances and like people just basically spouting the dumbest shit you've ever heard with the most confidence. So people believe them. Like we talked about that before, how like Trump, people believe Trump because he speaks with confidence. And like, that's why he won the election, because he speaks confidently. When he's being coherent, anyway. Usually he's too incoherent, but when he is coherent, he speaks confidently, and people believe him. It's the same shit on TikTok. You just got total dipshits spewing absolute nonsense with the most confidence, and people believe it.
Yeah. I watched. I was watching. What's his name? Awevo or whatever.
Yeah.
And he showed a clip of this guy on TikTok who was saying like how he is 100% sure that the SNL that they just did recently with Lady Gaga was literally a satanic ritual played live on TV.
Oh my God.
And it's like, what level of stupid are you on?
Oh Christ. Well, don't get me wrong.
And he was like, he's clipping it up and like breaking up the skit so it makes no sense and just looks bad. And he's like, what part of this is supposed to be funny?
The part you're doing right now.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm pretty sure these like people in Hollywood and shit are evil sacks of shit that, fuck kids and probably worship Satan. But like that kind of stuff is just an act because they know people like that guy are going to freak out about it.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, dude, it's scary, man.
All right. Since we were talking about movies like Spit on Your Grave and stuff, let's talk about a movie.
We watched a movie.
Yeah, we watched a movie. And it was a movie.
It was indeed a movie.
And it falls into all those same categories of bad stuff. We watched A Clockwork Orange. And again, Kubrick. Gotta love Kubrick and his stuff that he does. Which there's a scene in this movie which every time I've seen this movie it concerns me, and it's near the end when they're drowning the guy.
Yeah.
There's no cuts in that.
Yeah.
He's underwater for quite a while.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then like the whole attempted forced insertion or tactical insertion scene.
Attempted tactical insertion.
Yeah. God, there's a lot of cringy stuff in this movie. Like, I like the story. It is very interesting, but very, very disturbing at the same time.
Yeah. Well, intentionally so.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like bad guy do bad things. Government catches bad guy. Government like does weird experimental thing on bad guy to make him not do bad things anymore. People get pissed about it. bad guy now has that thing undone. So bad guy can do bad guy stuff, but decides to not do bad guy stuff. Movie done. Finn. that's the movie in a nutshell. And I think I get it. Like, I get it. But I didn't like it. I just did, like, there's a lot in this movie that was difficult to watch, and I understand that that's intentionally so. But it just, maybe it's because of my modern cynical mind. Maybe it's because I'm just tired of seeing fucked up stuff in movies and in real life and like videos and shit. But I just didn't like. I get this. Yeah, Carlitos is about to ride. It's all right. I get it, but I just didn't care to see it again. Maybe it's because I already understood the message before watching it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Take cover. I don't know. Like, it's a good movie. Don't get me wrong. It's a good movie. But I don't know how I feel about it. I think I watched parts of it before. And I feel like I want to watch this another like 2 or 3 times. And I do like Stanley Kubrick and I like his work. And I do like this movie. Like, I like the movie. I just don't. I don't know how to say it. I like it, but I don't like it. I don't know. What do you think?
I enjoy the movie. It is hard to watch at times, but I enjoy the crazy messed up story that's going on. And just how everything, like, yeah, after he does get arrested or causes himself to get arrested,
yeah,
his whole life does just fall apart, and it's well deserved, like very well deserved. He is a scumbag, like complete and utter trash.
Yeah.
But I also like the way how he carries himself. It is very interesting. He is so confident in everything he does. Like, he's telling you, like, oh yeah, I'm abusing my lackeys essentially because I am their big brother. They're going to listen to me no matter what. And yeah, that pays off really well. It's like the fall of Caesar.
Yeah, well, so, and like Carlito said, I absorbed parts of the movie. Yeah, like I've known the message of this movie, like most of the messages of this movie for like most of my life at this point. So I went in already knowing what it was going to say. And it didn't have as much of an impact on me because of that. It didn't have as much of an impact on me as I think it did back in the day when it first came out. And had I seen it not knowing this stuff, not seeing the world this way, I think it would have had a bigger impact on me. Same with you, I'm sure, Sir Felix. But on the artsy fartsy side of things, I do find it interesting that they take a total fucking psychopath and can kind of make you empathize with him by the end of the movie. Like, that's the more artsy take, like the interesting side of this, where I do appreciate this movie. It's not my favorite, but I do appreciate it. And how, like, by the end of the movie, this guy's still a total psycho, but like, you want him to get his ability to have like freedom of choice back effectively.
Yep.
So, and it's interesting. I also like the world and how they present the world. There's a lot of art in this movie. Like everywhere, every scene, every building they're in, there's artworks that are both like classic and modern or defaced classic artworks. I don't know if you noticed that like make them look more modern, and it's kind of like a futuristic world, but you can't tell what time it is. It almost feels like surreal. It's very surrealist.
Yeah.
Barry Lyndon is also underappreciated. 100%, dude. Barry Lyndon is so underappreciated from an artistic, like, filmmaking side of things, in my opinion.
Yep. Yeah, I'm going to say right now, favorite thing about it, Singing in the Rain.
Singing in the Rain. Yeah, everybody knows that part. That and the scene with the shit over his eyes. I actually had that as my profile pic when I was on Reddit. But no, I appreciate the movie. I'm just not the biggest fan of it. I guess I'll put it that way.
Yeah, where did Google review this one? Oh yeah, there we go. Google gives it a 4.4 out of 5. Meanwhile, Rotten Tomatoes and all them, so 8.2 on IMDb, Rotten Tomatoes 86, and Metacritic 77. That's the lowest score of them all.
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know. What would you rate it?
I mean, I'd probably IMDb. I'd give it an 8.2.
Yeah. I'd say like, for me, it'd be like probably a 7.5 to 8 if I had to put a number on it.
Let me actually do this. I'm going to give it a 5. If they had switched out Beethoven with Chopin, I'd love it even more.
I would say 7.5 to 8 with the caveat of I never need to watch it again, and I appreciate it more for its artwork, like its artistic side from the filmmaking artistic side than I do for its content effectively.
Yeah. Yep.
But the acting,
if you've never seen it, it is a good movie to watch at least once.
Yes. Yeah.
Or read the book. Either one.
Well, apparently,
I'd probably say read the book.
Did you ever read the book?
Yes.
So I saw this online. Someone, and I have not read the book. Someone said that basically they changed the ending of the movie, that the book ends very differently from the movie. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's actually what this... let's see if it's really spoiler.
Yeah, they mentioned how it's like a dream. It is very surreal.
Yeah.
That's very Kubrickian though. It's a very surreal, dream-like movie, and I do appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, I do like when... So, I'm very picky about things. But when a movie based on a book does come out, I do like to see a little bit of, like, some changes to it. Mm. So it's not the same exact thing I read. Like basically you're getting another artist's take on that story. I do appreciate that. Yeah. I don't appreciate MCU, though, because they changed too much. It doesn't feel like it's Marvel anymore. It's just Marvel characters in X movie. Yeah.
No, and I feel the same way. We feel like that with music covers, too. Like, we want to see a different take on the same story.
Yeah.
But,
yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's the acting is great. The world is really good. The presentation is really good. I don't know. I'm tired of seeing really fucked up stuff. I guess that's part of what it is. Like I had I watched this movie like 15 years ago, I would have probably felt very different about it.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think there were high schools that used to read that book. Like as part of class.
Back when you had to read in high school.
Yeah. Yeah, back when reading was a thing. Which I saw the funniest thing. So this dumb lady was doing her TikTok, and she's talking about how the Department of Education is being cut. Mm-hmm. And she's doing her, she's like, well, maybe now we can start using all that money that will go to the schools now to actually educate our kids. And it's like, they're keeping the money. Like, the money's not going to the schools. That's what the Department of Education does now. They're ending that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that money is not going to anything good. Our education system is screwed, has been screwed, will be screwed, and will continue to decline.
Yeah, it's these same idiots that are saying, like, oh, yeah, Doge is going to be sending us $15,000 checks. And it's like, no, they are not. They have to fund their tax cuts somehow. This is how they're doing it.
I just don't know where they got that idea for the $15,000, dude.
Well, and then it didn't make it any better that actually it came out in an interview that Trump and Musk both said they're talking about it.
What,
you can't. Like, yeah, or it was 5,000 or something like that.
It's not going to happen.
No, there's no money for it. Half the stuff they cut doesn't exist, or it's things that were paid out years ago. It's like you can't cancel something that's already been done. You can go ask the people for their money back. Like, hey, I know we paid you like 10 years ago. Can you give it back now?
Yeah. Can we have that back, please? I mean, the government does that anyway, but Carlitos points out the Department of Education literally sent more money to red states. Yeah, it's funny fucking thing. Red states would not be able to exist without blue states. Period.
Yeah.
Period. What, like, I love how they all talk shit on California. California is like one of the 3 pillars that holds this fucking country up.
Yeah.
Like, literally. If California went under, if California was like not part of the union, if something catastrophic happened to California and for some reason it was no longer able to contribute all that it does at this point, like 3/4 of the South would just implode. And like major, even Texas would just fucking fall apart if California wasn't a thing.
Well, now Musk is located in Texas, so they're gonna be fine.
Yeah, they're fine. No, I just like the Republicans in particular just do not seem to realize how much California and New York in particular contribute to them being able to just continue to exist.
Yeah. Yep. Smart people.
Smirts.
All right. Let's get on to our next thing, which I think we're going to be doing this one back and forth. So let's get this pulled up.
Are you pulling it or I can? It's up to you.
I'll pull it. I already got it up.
I mean, I have it up too. I just didn't know if you wanted to do it. You're at the control station.
Yep. All right. So it's a pretty actually super short SCP this week. It is like a chant of sorts. It is the Starfish Blockade. And this is found written from memory after being spontaneously chanted in a bar after a fifthist gathering on November 14th, 1851. I don't know what a fifthist is. Be straight honest about that.
Yeah, I don't know. But
all right. So we're going to do a lovely chant back and forth. You'll be Shantyman and I'll be everyone else.
All right. So Captain Wand, the pirate, was troubling seas here and there, so she kept in hiding in a sea that was barely there. And so it changed a haunted place, the fear of the first drop.
To make the Starfish Blockade. Oh, the Starfish Blockade. Wand made the Starfish Blockade. Oh, the Starfish Blockade.
And soon every sailor was wallowing in despair. Even with Wand leaving, the sea made you stand up your hair, of rumor here, of monsters there, the stories all absorbed.
Into the Starfish Blockade. Oh, the Starfish Blockade. Fear caused the Starfish Blockade. Oh, the Starfish Blockade.
Captain Tiss, the merchant, had many goods to prepare. Trouble is, the sea route more starfish than could be called fair. No way around, the only route, all trade got ground to halt.
Blocked at the Starfish Blockade. Oh, the Starfish Blockade. No trade through the Starfish Blockade. Oh, the Starfish Blockade.
Enter Ahab, whaler, certain to end all despair. Tis had the solution, but needed a captain to fare. Letter at hand, the Pelcot crew prepared to take the path.
Across the Starfish Blockade, oh, the Starfish Blockade. They crossed the Starfish Blockade, oh, the Starfish Blockade.
Not all survived the journey, half lost from here to there. First arrived a whale ship, brought sooner the solution pair. A Fey ship here, a Fey ship there, name seas until they meet.
Around the Starfish Blockade, oh, the Starfish Blockade. They circled the Starfish Blockade, oh, the Starfish Blockade.
Old Ahab was fuming. It wasn't pointless to be fair. The blockade now, once conquered, its monsters pecked down a pair. So always think, for rumors spread, lest you might be the cause
of the next Starfish Blockade, oh, the Starfish Blockade. We all made the Starfish Blockade. Yes, the Starfish Blockade. And here's your licensing and citation. It is for Bet MGM.
A casino. Sponsored by BetMGM.
Yep, the Starfish Blockade.
The Starfish Blockade. What the actual fuck is this, dude?
Yep.
Is this all we get? Is this all we know? The starfish blockade?
Apparently, unless it goes with this, but this could be a whole rabbit hole of nonsense.
And to the stars I went with only a name. What?
Yeah.
A name hub. The United States and the Soviet Union began a race to the stars. It's like a timeline. Two nations competed over the next few decades. I don't know what the fuck. What? What is the story?
Oh, and then here we go. So that's the basis for all these stories.
SCP Foundation, the Starfish Blockade.
Yep.
Well, there's a rabbit hole for you to throw yourself down if you're interested. It's still not as sexy as a cactus, but it's intriguing because I have a lot of questions.
Yeah, and it's all about, like it made you think, Moby Dick.
It talks about Moby Dick and space and Captain Ahab and the whale and Hibbity Hobbity.
Well, I mean, it all makes sense that I deal with space. I mean, the other sea creature, the dolphin, comes from space.
Well, yeah, they're aliens. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carlitos asked how we find this stuff. Normally we just hit like random on SCP shit. Sir Felix found this one, and I have no idea how. How did you find this one?
I'll show you. So SCP, and I go to shortest, and then I just scrolled down to here. Shortest GOI formats, whatever the heck that means. And I was like, let's see what Starfish Blockade is. I was like, hey, it's super short. I like it. I mean, next time we might actually do this, Flying Wells, because that sounds interesting too.
That does sound interesting. Yeah, no, this is we just go on to the SCP, or no, I mean the SCP originally. Oh, have you not heard of the SCP Foundation before?
I remember it from when I was younger online. It's been going on for years. Just people making stories about the whole SCP thing. There's some SCPs that are like super crazy. Like there's this half dead looking dog thing, like dog alligator crossbreed that's super hairy and has like its bones showing in places that is immortal and could basically destroy the whole world if it wanted to. There's one that if you look at it, it'll kill you, which even if you see its reflection, it'll know and it will kill you.
Yeah, there's crazy SCPs. There's whole like the SCP world. I think it's been around for decades at this point. Wow, so Carlitos never heard of SCPs. Okay, so yeah, the SCP IP at this point, it's got video games. There's like 1 billion YouTube channels dedicated to it. It started off as like creepypastas. So I think creepypasta is like the website where is it at creepypasta.com? Creepypasta, let's see. Yeah, on creepypasta.com. I'm like 99% sure SCPs started as short stories on creepypasta that then got turned into this like whole IP. Like it is a legit intellectual property at this point with the Secure, Contain, Protect Foundation. And it's got all kinds of crazy shit. Have we ever?
No, never contributed. I've thought about it, but probably not.
Dude, we should.
I'm not as insane as some of these people.
I think we can make some cool shit. Like we'd be able to pull off an SCP that like makes you think, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
We should do that sometime. But yeah, no, there's a whole ass world. You could legit explore the SCP Foundation for probably like years and still not see even half of it at this point.
Yep. Yeah, it is interesting stuff. Definitely check it out. Like dig through it. It's fun.
We've known about it for so long that it was kind of hard to fathom that. It's hard to remember that a lot of people haven't heard about it.
Yeah.
Like it's because it's been like a fixture in my life, at least for decades. And probably yours too, Sir Felix.
Yeah, at least since 20. When did the stock market crash under Obama?
Was that 2008?
Yeah, 2008. Yep.
Yeah.
It's around then.
Yeah. It's cool. Some of them are terrible. Like some of the SCPs are just shit and it's shit writing. But there are a lot of good ones. There's a lot of talented people behind them too.
Yep. All right, so we got one more thing.
Oh yeah. Hold on, let me close out all my lolly horse porn. Here we go. Oh,
all your Custer's revenge.
My Custer's revenge. All right, so I'm gonna present, share screen, entire screen. Shit's gonna get trippy. There we go. All right, can you see the screen?
Yep.
Okay.
There we go.
Hundo. There we go. So, my wife sent this to me actually. So, I love cats. I've loved cats forever. I love dogs too. I just love all animals, but cats are my favorite because they're cute and they're stupid, and they don't bark. They just kind of smell sometimes, but if you clean the litter, you're good. But I love black cats in particular because they're just, I don't know, they're super cute. I have a little black cat. Her name is Bloop. She's one of the greatest things on the planet. It's Bloop. I love her so much. But there's a movie that came out called Flow, I guess. It's an animated movie with this black cat that has sparked interest in black cats. So black cats don't normally get adopted. They're like the last to get adopted, despite being the most populous cat on the planet. There are more black cats than any other cats. And it's mainly because of stupid medieval superstition. And I hate that with a passion. But this movie has made people start to adopt more cats. 2024 animated, or black cats, I should say, animated adventure film Flow, directed by Latvian filmmaker Gintis Zilbalodis. Sorry if I'm destroying that name. Follows a story of a dark gray cat as he navigates through a post-apocalyptic and flood-devastated world along with other animals. Nevertheless, due to its popularity and charm, several reports have noted an increase in interest in adopting black cats from shelters, which is awesome, especially as we get closer to October, because here's some rugs for you. If you're looking for rugs, I am. But it's really good once we get into October, and I hope this keeps going because a lot of the time, sometimes I guess, black cats will get adopted in October for really fucked up stuff, like people will kill them and shit. People who see there are some bad ne'er-do-wells, I should say, who can see black cats on the street and they'll like kick them or hurt them or kill them. It's fucking awful. But basically, we need more people to adopt more black cats. There's shitloads of them. They're really cute. They're really fun. And the movie is helping contribute to that. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely. More bloops.
Yeah, more bloops. I love this cat. I love Bloop so much. Like, I would kill for this cat. But another thing, too, is that cat adoption in general is actually increasing. It started really increasing in 2020 with the pandemic. And I think it's because more people were locked inside, more people couldn't go outside, and more people are renting than buying houses at this point. And usually if you're stuck in an apartment that's like, locked in the center of the building, you can't really take a dog out that well. So people want pets and they get cats. So cat adoption rates are increasing in general, which is just awesome. So it's not the greatest news, but it's cool.
Yeah. Yep. Very much so. So yeah, that was what we had for this week. We had a video go out today that I did, which is about award shows, because it bugs me every time an award show comes up and you just see people online just complain about it.
Yeah.
So, it's a quick little video on it. And then I put out a nice little hot take at the end, because it's how I feel about people and how they like to hate on everything. But, and then we have a video coming out on Thursday, whatever Hawk's going to do it on.
Something.
Who knows what it's going to be? Yeah, something.
I don't know. It'll happen.
Yep. Yep. And then we're going to have some like co-op videos coming out eventually. We found a few topics we want to go over.
Yes. Yes, we've started listening to the algorithm. We have an algorithm whisperer.
Yeah.
And it has advised us on what to do. The great augur has told us what to make. So we will follow this prophet and make some joint videos.
Yep. And it will be fun. It will be fun. I mean, the one I did today was kind of a spin on a suggestion they did. It was more of a go over the history of them, and I'm not going to do the history of them. It's not that interesting.
Yeah.
It's pretty short, basically, especially for games. It's like, so Jeff Keighley wanted to do more award shows, so he did. And that's how we got the video game awards. Now we know. That was the whole history.
We got 2 subscribers in the last couple of days, too. We're up to 219.
Yep. I could not figure out where we got them from, but we got them.
Hey, we got them. Got him.
Yep. But yeah, so thank you guys for jumping in, and yeah, we will see you next week.
Stay safe.
Yep. Take care.
See ya.